introduce myself. I don't go up to random people like, "Hi, I'm Candy. I'm trans." That's not what trans people do, right? If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Because at the end of the day, I don't feel like I need to disclose my transness to you because I'm not sexually involved with you. So when y'all are asking questions or like, "Well, you shouldn't fight this girl," like I said, I'm a passable trans woman. So if I was in a store and slapped anyone who is a cis woman, would you have known I'm trans unless if I didn't disclose it? And the answer would be no, you wouldn't have known I'm trans. So for y'all, when y'all see this in the store, right, y'all would see two black women fighting and nothing else but that. Unless I say, "Well, bitch, I'm trans, gotcha," then y'all would know I'm trans, and maybe the uproar would happen. But if I never disclosed that, if y'all was looking at it as not knowing me, you would just see two black women fighting. So you wouldn't know. Like, I'm sure y'all have seen two black women fighting, and probably one of them was a trans woman. There's a trans, like I said, I've been around certain friends that, and they're cis women that they don't even know I'm trans, right? I use the bathroom with them. They had seen my vajayjay. I fucking took showers with these bitches and they don't know I'm trans, right? There's men who I know in real life that are my homeboys and they don't even know I'm trans. My job doesn't even know I'm trans, right? So when we have these conversations, it's not that I'm hiding my transness or I'm embarrassed about my transness. It's just none of your business that I'm trans. I don't feel like trans women need to disclose that they're trans, unless they're sleeping with their partner or having intimacy with a guy or a woman. Then that's when you should be able to disclose your transness to them, because I feel like that's something that they need to know. But if we're day by day and we're friends and we're kikiing, hanging out, and we're not doing anything sexually, it's none of your business that I'm trans. And I stick by that, right? It's not me tricking y'all. It's not me it's no tricking involved, because I'm not having intercourse with these people. They just see a black woman and that's that. If they did have any feeling or any questions or doubt of like, "Hey, Candy, are you trans?" I'm gonna hit them with it. "Yes, I am. Why?"
Andy,
Yes.
let's talk about this, because this is something that I see the dating thing
Mm-hmm.
and the dating and the non-disclosure. That always has been like a sticky topic.
So I love that you're actually saying that, Mocha. Let's be honest. A lot of trans women do disclose it. And then when somebody in the camp or somebody knows, okay, let's be honest, right? We all, like every trans woman, like people know that they had transition like from high school, right? Like if I went to high school and I didn't transition until high school or whatever the case was, right? I'm sure those people in your town would know like, "Oh, that must be such and such," right? But if you move, then you're okay. You don't have to worry about that. But if you're still living in the same neighborhood and all that, right? And God forbid, you might bump into somebody who might know your tea, or, there might be a woman out there who, like, I'm not, even a passable trans women do get clocked, y'all. It's passable. I don't give a fuck how good they look. They can be, right? They're gonna, somebody event, like a woman is just gonna clock them. It's just inevitable. Like it's just like they just got that shit. Like something like the looks didn't clock them, but something that they did just clock them, right? Not every trans woman is not prone to getting clocked, right? But sometimes the person that they're dating, right, do know that they're trans, but somebody had outed that trans woman to them, and then that guy has to act like he didn't know that there was trans. So that's why these conversations are like kind of like, iffy. Are there some trans women who don't disclose that they're trans? Yes. Do I agree with that? No. But is there anything I could do about that? No. at the end of the day, it's up to the guy to do his research before he sleeps in a bed with anybody. And that's just men, women, or whoever, right? I think they just need to deep dive into the research of getting to know this person before sleeping in the bed with them. Yes, I do believe that. And that goes for both sex, right? Women and men. Is it right? No, but like I said, it's nothing that you can and cannot do. Like I can't make a protest about it because it's still going to happen. But are there trans women who disclose that they're trans to the guy, and then like somebody in the hood must know that this person is trans and told the guy, and the guy act like he didn't know this person was trans? Yeah. So I don't know. It's like a conversation at Catch-22 at this point. Does that make sense, Mocha?
Yeah, because there's even been episodes of trans men who were with women, and the women didn't know they were trans men. And it's like, and didn't know that the trans men were using a strap. And I'm like, how do you not know that that's not, that it's a strap?
Now,
you know what I mean?
I never knew, but trans men actually has SRS too. They also have sex reassignment surgery where they could get actual penile, right? So this is TikTok friendly, y'all. This is educational purposes only, right? So instead of a trans woman to get a sex reassignment surgery as a ussy, now men can get the wee. So, and it actually pees out of, it's real, it's flesh, it's their own, it's stuck to them.
Oh, I didn't know that they could urinate through it.
Yeah, it's a real penis. It's like a vagina. Yes, it's real. It's like, it gets hard, it gets everything. It's real. It's functioning. It gets hard. It's a real penis. Like, at that point, it's a real penis. It's a real shaboink.
Wow.
You know what else I wish would stop? I wish that this whole this thing between trans women and trans men would stop. Because as you see, I go on live, well, I don't get on lives often, but I always see trans men.
Yes, Baw'dhead babes and all. Go ahead, Miss Lady, I'm sorry.
Hold on, let me come back. I gotta get this truck loaded.
All right, no problem. See, she's a trans working woman. I love it. Period. Y'all see us? We out here, y'all. We out here doing trucks. We out here in corporate world. We out here in human resources. We are actually your doctors, your nurses. I'm going to the corner. Period. But yes, yeah, we out here. You know, I have 2 master's degree as a Black trans woman, y'all. It's very rare for trans women to actually excel, because when we think of trans women, they have to do a lot of, street work because, their families had kicked them out at a younger age. And the only way they can eat is to sell themselves, just to get a burger. And it's so sad. Thankfully, I had a village behind myself, and me and my village supported my transition at a young age. They love me for who I am. And I think what on this app, like I said prior, I think a lot of cis women wants me to bow down because they feel like I'm less than, but that would never happen because I have a whole motherfucking village behind me, and it makes me motherfucking stronger. And that's on motherfucking period. Similar to T.S. Madison's story. My story and T.S. Madison's stories is not really similar. T.S. Madison, I think she did work, and I never did that a day in my life. I went to school, went to college, I got an education, worked corporate America, and now I'm in federal government working. So my story is different. It may have similarities, but it's not all the same. Every trans person has different similarity stories, but yeah. I have never met a trans woman, but I have worked and befriended trans men. You probably just didn't know that the person was a trans woman. That's why. T.S. Madison had a lot of work. A period. I never did that. Less than. You think so? What do you mean, Sam? That a lot of people think that trans women are less than?
And T.S. Madison used to get those silicone butt injections.
Yeah, they do.
What do you call it ones too? What do you call it? Somebody used to go on her lunch break. I think she worked at T-Mobile or somewhere, and go to somebody's house, and they would give her those injections.
Yeah,
her story is really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, every trans person has a different transition and different story, right? Like my story is definitely not the same as T.S. Madison. I could definitely tell you that for sure. But she is a successful trans woman. I'm happy for her that she had overcame all her obstacles that was challenged in her life that she had faced, and actually, doing really great for herself. I'm not knocking her. She had to do what she had to do to survive, right?
Yes, Tangi. Underground injections. Yes.
Right.
She
So
used to
she
go
had to
on
do
her
what
lunch break.
she had to do what she had to do to survive, right? I always thank my parents and my village that like I didn't have to do those things because I did like if y'all know like in New York City it's called West 4th Street, right? It's called the Village, right? That's what they call it. That's where all the LGBTQ plus I community is. If you walk there at a certain time, like probably like 1 o'clock in the morning, you would see like 14-year-olds like getting in cars with strangers just so they can eat a cheeseburger at McDonald's, right? Or you see a 12-year-old get in a car with grown ass men just so they could get some change to get a cheeseburger from McDonald's so they can eat, right? And this is the true life of a lot of people who had, and it's not just trans kids, it's like the LGBTQ plus I community that they had to, get kicked out of their house because they wanted to be themselves and their parents didn't accept them, you know? So when we have these conversations, right, be mindful because that kid, like this 12-year-old is now in a dog eat dog type of like lifestyle where they're getting used and abused and like being, like by grown men, like grown men just taking advantage of them, taking advantage of their bodies at 12-year-old or like 11-year-old, 10-year-olds, right? I have seen it with my own eyes. I was like, oh my God, how old are you? They're like 10. I'm like, holy shit. Like, so you see this, right? So it breaks your heart, but it's nothing that you can do because you can't provide for this random 10-year-old, like unfortunately, right? And the system really don't want them. And if they go into the system, it's probably 10 times worse than what they're experiencing, right? And this is what the ballroom culture had created of housing. Like that's where the verbiage of GAY mothers and GAY fathers had came about because now these GAY mothers and GAY, I'm gonna call them like GAY means, I'm gonna put G, so I don't have to spell out. The G mothers and G fathers are adopting strange kids, right? New York City exposed us to the lifestyle early, limelight, Studio 50. Oh my God, yes, Studio 54, yes. Oh my God, clock in. So, oh my God, that's so old, girl. Clock in. So the G mothers and the G fathers would raise somebody else's kid at 10 years old and house them, feed them. But also, it was also consequences behind that too that I don't agree with in the community, right? So some of these G mothers and G fathers will also fondle upon these kids and do things to them it's just like so deep. Like I don't even want to talk about it because it's gonna make me cry, right? So I'm gonna change the topic because like that shit breaks my heart. Like I didn't have to face that, but like thinking about that is like I don't know. So yeah.
Something else I was gonna ask: do you see a lot of I'm not gonna try to call it ass kissing from certain members of the LGBTQ community where they bash others to be accepted by others? I see a lot of that, and I just think
yeah.
there was a point in time where we all actually stuck together, and now I even see that the the cis gay men or whatever it is you want to call them are even bashing trans women like we're out fighting over all these men or something.
Right.
It's between the trans women, the gay men, and cis women, and I'm just like, you know what? I don't want half the men that come home to me, to tell you the truth. I don't want to be bothered, to tell you the truth. I am perfectly fine being at home by myself in my own bed where I'm comfortable. So y'all can keep half of these men. Actually, 90% of these men, y'all can keep them. I don't really want them. We are all, especially like trans women and cis women, have been somewhere, some of us, I have been a victim of DV. from these men. I have from two of them. One broke my jaw and some other stuff, but what they're not understanding is we are all going through it with these men. And these men are just hopping around doing whatever it is they want and causing ruckus and corruption between us, between all of us. We should be actually going against them, exposing them.
Black hair. So yes, that is true. It is true, but like I said, I'm sorry that you had to go through DV, and I don't wish that on nobody. That is just so sad. But yeah, that is true that like a lot of G men are, going against the trans community, but